us to review some of the headlines of today's newspapers from around the world is Arise News analyst Daya Shibwale and Arise anchor Vimbai. Good afternoon. Over to you both.
All right, let's get straight into it. It's great to have you still with us. Of course, as tradition dictates, we kick off with This Day newspaper. Now, This Day is leading, as most of the dailies are leading with today, continuation of the fallout from what is now being called Bettergate. Right. This Day saying nobody's above the law in Nigeria, say EFCC, ICPC as interrogators grill Edu. They say they'll probe anyone not playing by the rules. Anti-graft agency quizzes bank chiefs. Tunji Ojo in Villa affirms no cause for alarm. Afenifere seeks open, fair investigation. Suspension is not enough, Atiku's aide declares. So we're seeing, further development in this story. During the ad break, Mr. Shobowale, I was saying it looks like Mr. Olukoyede is off to a great start at EFCC, and you were saying it's still early days, so we can't rate his performance yet. Okay.
He has just started. We pray he sustains the pace. You get me? And he plays down on media trials, and does what he's expected to do. Not only himself, but of the man who visited him, ICPC. That's an anti-corruption body too.
Yes.
The two of them, if they are allowed to operate with the zeal they have shown, I'm sure it will sanitize the system and lessen corruption.
Sure will. Yes. We sure do hope so. And of course, another major story which is above that and just below the masthead, in move to reduce cost of governance, Tinubu slashes government officials' entourage for local international trips by 60%. Mr. Shobowale, I know this is music to your ears.
Of course. I do not music to your ears.
No, it's music. It's a love language.
That's cutting costs, and reducing wastage. You see, you can see that this president, they say on easy lies the head that wears the crown. I don't think he sleeps, literally. Because so many things are happening at the same time that should not happen. And it's reacting. Let's hope it sustains the pace.
That's what I was going to say, is that...
you should have said that about the EFCC.
It's about sustain. No, you took the words right out of my mouth, Mr. Shobowale. I think this is
look at all these issues piling up, day in, day out. Bettergate, then Ujo something, and I'm sure there are more in the offing because Nigerians are more alert. I think it's because they are hungry. When you are hungry,
interested in everything.
You are very alert. You don't want to see any funny thing going on around you when you are just down there.
Well,
and maybe that will again sanitize our political system and increase the level of integrity. You get me? Ethically in the system. I like it.
Well, hopefully when our bellies are full again, we won't turn a blind eye to accountability issues. Let's get there first. Let's first put food on the plate, right?
Yes.
Now, above the masthead, another story from This Day, which I think is a big story. FCCPC Act shows that Tinubu may have breached the law in removal of Irukera. Now, This Day did a review of the FCCPC Act, and it has shown that the president may have erred in law in his decision to unilaterally remove the agency's executive vice chairman, Babatunde Irukera, and as disseminated in a statement by the presidential spokesperson. So the act actually says that the president should have gone through the Senate.
Are you going to read all that?
No, I'm not. I'm just giving you an outline of...
They say the president violated the act.
Well, they said that he may have erred because the due process is that this issue should have gone through the Senate, number one. Number two, the use of the word dismissal.
Wait, if all these issues happening, if the president were to wait for due process, he will not be able to take out. That's legalism. You get me? Legalism should not hamper political operations.
Okay,
and administrative operations. If he feels he has not been well, let him go to court.
Okay, Mr. Shobowale, now, if the presidency feel that there was nothing amiss with how this was handled, why is it that the statement disseminated to the media said that Irukera and Alex Oko were dismissed, and however, since then, the presidential aide Bayo Onanuga has come back to say, no, it wasn't a dismissal, they were relieved of their duties. If all due process had been followed, would we now be in this war of words where we're now trying to technically say, because the word dismissed insinuates that there was wrongdoing?
dismissed, of course.
Yes, and that's what the presidential, that's what the statement said.
That's semantics. They are removed anyway. Are they there now?
No, but dismissal stays, as Femi Falana says, dismissal is libelous.
It's not Femi Falana running the country.
It's not, but he's bringing
it's his opinion on government action.
Okay, so
that should not stop government from taking action.
So, Mr. Shobole, the word dismissal is not libelous when somebody has not committed any offense?
Let him go to court.
My question to you isn't should he go to court. I said, is the word dismissal libelous if somebody has not done anything
the court
wrong?
will decide.
No, I'm asking you, Mr. Shobole.
The court will decide. I'm a legal-minded person.
That's right.
Okay. But I will not let, how do I say now, legal acrobatics.
Ooh.
You get me? Disturb the work of governors.
Mr. Shobole.
Let's leave it at that for now.
Cynthia, would you rather? Let me ask Cynthia.
Nope.
Cynthia, would you rather be dismissed or relieved of your duties?
I'm not involved.
If people feel peeved or maltreated, let them go to court. It's not for lawyers to be telling us this was breached. The lawyers don't run the government. They can alert the government to inadequacies, but the government is the buck stops on the table of the president of the Federal Republic. Okay. Let him act. Those who feel offended or maltreated, let them go to court. That's the rule of law in a democracy.
Let them go to
Any
court.
other story?
Let's go to the Guardian newspaper for another story that I think it has gotten people quite engaged. The Guardian newspaper, the army confirms the arrest of a soldier for insulting Governor Sanwo-Olu. So if you remember in the video that went viral, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja, has now confirmed that that soldier who was arrested for flying one way and then was insulting the governor, and then there were other videos that also came out of soldiers insulting the governor. Well, the gentleman and the governor in the video, with Sanwo-Olu has been arrested. What are your thoughts on this?
I have beautiful thoughts on it.
Yeah, and please share the beauty with us.
Because of the language. I like the way Lagbaja handled it. He said, if you look at those people, you know that they are not soldiers. Some of them have the badge up. You know what he said? And they are talking politics. So let's leave it at that. I say that often here. So let's leave it at that. They are talking politics. But then you see, the man was abusing Sanwo-Olu. I was really disgusted with that. And the military uniform, he showed such rudeness, such arrogance, as if he's above the law. I'm sure the army will handle it, but they will not want to publicize whatever to do because of the rank and file. But Lagbaja said, you can see from the way they talk, it is politics. Let's leave it at that.
Let's leave it at that.
Yeah.
Sam, let's get on a flight overseas. Let's head over to the UK, the Daily Telegraph. And I also want to point out that this story is also the biggest story in all of the UK dailies today. It's all about the post office scandal. The Daily Telegraph in the UK leads with the story, architect of post scandal demands immunity. But I'm not focusing on that. I'm looking above the masthead where Alice Pearson has written a commentary that says Britain has been exposed as a hotbed of cronyism and corruption. And of course, this is as it is revealed that the post office former chief executive Paula Venels, she was enjoying pay rises and bonuses while this scandal was unfolding. Now, of course, just to give context to those who might not be aware of this post office scandal, there was a software called Horizon IT that was rolled out to all sub-postmasters, and what it did is it put all accounts in arrears. There was a glitch in the system that put everybody in arrears. However, they were all then convicted as frauds. People committed suicide, people lost their homes, livelihoods were destroyed, all because of this glitch, only for them to later say, oops, sorry, it was a mistake. So they're battling.
Can they resurrect the dead?
That's right.
Oh, no. As I see, that's the problem with technology. The problem with technology. Look, I said it's garbage in, garbage out. If it works well, it's okay. You see, the speed that is its main asset in achieving efficiency, you get me, and delivering the desired goals. If there is a issue, that's this sort of thing. It is that speed too that will maximize the calamity that will go from it. And that is part of the fears being expressed over artificial intelligence, that laws should be made now to curtail how it is used and its effect on human lives. That it doesn't lead to a stage that eventually robots know more than human beings. And like in fiction, you know, many fictional things that we had read about before are manifesting in real life now. And we are on the highway to that now. See this sort of thing. See the disaster it has. You can't resurrect dead people. Yeah. So the big tech industries and the law enforcement and the legal community must team up and make laws to deter people from making these things hurt human beings.
Very well said. Yes. Thank you very much, Arise News analyst Mr. Daishibwale, and thank you, Vimbai, for that wonderful analysis. Thank you both.